Diamondbacks are beating up L.A. It's 13-0.
Martinez's 4 jacks against the Dodgers last night marks the 18th time a Major League player has hit 4 home runs in one game, and it gives Martinez 18 taters in 40 games since being traded to Arizona. He hit 16 homers in his first 57 games this season with the Tigers, giving him 34 overall this year. That ranks tied for 9th in the bigs with Joey Votto. He's not the first player to go yard 4 times in a game this season. You may recall Red second baseman Scooter Gennett, the most improbable 4-homer game in MLB history when he hit 4 big flies against the Cardinals in June. Gennett hadn't hit more than 14 homers in a season coming into this summer and had just 3 homers on the year before that 4-dinger night against the Redbirds on June the 7th. Now, before this season, Josh Hamilton was the last big leaguer to go yard 4 times in a single game when he did it on May 8th, 2012 against the Baltimore Orioles. Hamilton went 5 for 5 at the dish in that contest and set an American League record with 18 total bases in the game. The 15th MLB player to hit 4 big flies in a game was Carlos Delgado, and he racked up multiple milestones that day. His homer in the first was number 300 of his career before the Big Bopper hit 3 more against the Mariners. Delgado is the only MLB player who has hit 4 homers in a game north of the border in Toronto. What do you know? They're little baseballs. Well, CT, Clement Townsend, joining me behind the bar now as we continue this conversation. As I said, JD Martinez, 18th player in Major League history to hit 4 homers in one game. We look at the pitching equivalent perhaps being a perfect game. CT, when you see 27 hitters and retire all 27 without a hit, walk, or an error, we've had 23 occurrences of a perfect game in the history of Major League Baseball. So you tell me, which, in your estimation, is a more impressive feat, the 4-homer game or the perfecto?
So the numbers make it seem like the 4-homer game would be more impressive because it's happened fewer times. And, of course, we all love home runs.
Right.
Who doesn't love big jacks crushing baseballs? But you mentioned Scooter Gennett hit 4 home runs in the game. He only had 3 home runs coming into that game in 117 plate appearances. So that means to me, you could just get hot and have one of those games. These guys are professionals. They're playing in the majors. The best hitters never really did this. A-Rod never hit 4 in a game. Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron. So to me, you can just, I don't want to say lucky, but you can just be on fire one day and go ahead and hit 4 jacks. It takes more than being on fire in a groove to have a perfect game. You mentioned it, 27 up, 27 down, no walks, not hitting any guys. You have to go through 9 games, 9 innings of perfection. And as much as we're talking about individual accolades, I mean, a lot of times when you see a perfect game, you need a shortstop to do something spectacular. You need an outfielder to make a great grab. It takes a lot to go into that. You're going up there every single inning. Where we're talking about JD Martinez, who just went up to bat 5 times. He was 4 for 5. He just went up there, 4 plate appearances. It was just him, and he hit 4 jacks. It takes a complete effort. You have to be, you know, at the very top of your game. You have to be elite to have a perfect game, and you're going to need some help. To me, I'm saying a perfect game.
I will say this about the perfect game. As a pitcher, you have control over everything. It's you versus the batter. You control every pitch. As a hitter, you may get walked. You may not get the pitches to hit. So from that perspective, I would argue maybe the 4-homer game, and the numbers say it's happened far less times than a perfect game has, that it's maybe a little more difficult because you have to have pitchers that are willing to throw to you. Because after you've gone yard 2 or 3 times, sometimes you might have someone buzz the tower because you're doing so much damage. Or
they're like, you're not hitting another one.
Not hitting another one. We'll just pitch you out of the zone. So a lot of things have to come together for both instances.
But you have to pick one, though, Tyler. You're straddling the fence.
I'm picking the 4-homer game.
You're picking a jack.
I'm picking the 4-homer game.
The pitcher is going out there every single inning, Tyler.
The pitcher has to play his part in providing you pitches to hit, and you could have a guy take a homer away from you. The outfielders out there, if that ball's just a wall scraper, if you have a Kevin Pillar, a Kevin Kiermaier, or a Mike Trout out there, a Keon Broxton, go bring that bad boy back and steal a home run from you. The pitchers, they at least control every pitch. I can tell it if I'm on my game where to go, and then the hitter, we'll see if he can do anything with it.